Right. Hello, everyone, and a happy new year to you. Unless, of course, you're watching this in, I don't know, March, April, May, and it sounds a bit daft wishing you that. Right. Just to very quickly do a brief demonstration on how to get the SEO or the GEO, if you want to use that horrible phrase, keywords out of ChatGPT. What is it actually using? So let me just quickly jump into ChatGPT. Notice I'm using the instant model because I want to just do a very quick demo and don't want this taking any longer than it needs to be. So if I go to ChatGPT and if I just do a search for, let me just go and grab this, the best toaster for under £50, and let's just hit submit on that. Now, if you do any sort of search, which is likely to trigger links to products. So ChatGPT won't just tell you the best toaster, it will also give you links to products to the best toaster. So you could do this for maybe things like best social media trainer in Glasgow, or other things as well. You'll see that ChatGPT is searching, so it's basically doing its own kind of Google equivalent. And it's saying, here's a roundup of the excellent toasters you can grab in the UK for under £50. Going slightly slower than it normally goes, but never mind. Oh, that was actually showing you some weird code there. This is clearly playing up. So do you know what? Oh, there we go. It's got there eventually. This is probably what happens when you are running far too many things on your computer. Never mind. So there we go. We've got a bit of an output. A few toasters listed there, and as well as summaries of toasters that you might want to buy. And likely what will be against them is a few links to products, to review sites, to places which are actually ChatGPT is wanting me to click and go and visit. Now, I repeat, the whole point of this is it hasn't just gone and used the phrase best toaster for under £50 to do its own Google equivalent lookup. It's used its own query, its own set of keywords. So how do we find out what keywords it's used? This is where it gets a little bit geeky, a little bit complicated. So see if I go to my web address up the top now that this is loaded in and ran the ChatGPT query. Up at the top, you see the big, long, horrible kind of 695BFBEA, etc., etc. Let's just grab that, okay? Let's grab that piece of code. So let's just do Control C, copy. And if I now bring up the inspect option, so right click into the page if you're using Windows and things like Chrome or whatever, inspect, and then you get all this kind of geeky stuff on the right hand side. Again, don't bother with what all of that is. I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger. At this point, we need to refresh the page because actually the code that it's displaying there isn't actually the code that ran. It's the code that was there when I first kind of opened it up. So if I refresh the page just by clicking refresh with all of that the way it was, it now is all the kind of geeky code in the background that was already there once I run that search. If I then click into network and I paste into this wee top part that geeky code from the URL which I've already copied, and you'll see that it now detects a couple of those related searches in the actual kind of behind the scenes code. If I click into the second one, and what you then need to do is just scroll up, usually just a little bit. You start to see the actual results it gave me. But what you'll also see if I scroll up just a little bit more, you should start to see, there it's there. It might be a little bit small on this video, but search model queries, best toasters under £50 UK, best budget toaster UK under £50 review. Basically, ChatGPT has used a combination of those keywords as its query in terms of which websites out there are optimized for those things, not the search I actually did, which was a much simpler best toaster for under £50. Um, it's added in a few other things, best budget toaster, review. Um, Often again, you'll find that this differs every single time, but often you'll see additional words like value or slight, or almost kind of synonyms of the words. So it's always worth doing to see people who might be using ChatGPT searching for my type of product or service. if it's going to give a link back, what is it actually using to drive those links? So again, let's just do a little recap. Let's do all of that again, because again, I realized that was very geeky. It's far more complicated than it maybe should be. But let's just do, let's get rid of that. Let's just do a new chat. And this time, let's just do um, best, let's just, best washing machine. Best washing machine for under £300, £200. Okay, so we do the search, it comes up, it gives you the results. My internet history is now going to think I'm looking for a toaster and a washing machine. That'll be fun. Once the results are loaded in, you grab that big long horrible URL string from the actual web address, copy that, go and bring up the inspect, right click into the page, click inspect, refresh the page so that it actually loads in the results, click into network, search for that horrible big long clunky string. Once it's found it, click the second one, and then you can start to see the results it's given you. And if I scroll up just a little bit from those results, you will hopefully find, where are we? Where are we? The actual queries. Best washing machine under £200 UK. Which washing machines available under £200 UK washing machine budget? Now, the point is, the sites which ChatGPT is giving me for my search is based on these keywords. And you can usually quite easily spot that if you go and look at, because it nicely breaks it down again here, the titles of the websites, the snippets, or the what we often call the SEO meta descriptions. Those words are often clearly reflected in the actual titles and in the snippets. So, listen, this is not going to radically change things. It's not going to suddenly make sure that your product or service is coming up every single time and driving you, tons more traffic to your website. But it's another little thing to add to your SEO toolkit. You should hopefully know about the importance of keywords. What do people search for? Well, in this case, it's not a person, it's ChatGPT doing the search. And your search is translated into different keywords. And knowing what those keywords are can be just another little kind of step forward in understanding why it's picking those results over others. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope your head isn't hurting too much. I'm sure you might need to watch this video 2 or 3 times to get your head round it fully, but it's a nice little thing to know. So I hope it helps some of you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.